there. So I wanted to walk you through writing a thesis statement for literature. It's very different than previous essays because, again, you're focused on analysis. You're still going to be making an argument, but your argument is going to rely on the critical thinking skills that you have when you analyze the text. So the first step to writing a thesis statement for this essay is to think about the difference between what happens in the novel, the plot, and what the novel is about, the theme, right? So if someone were to ask you what happens in The White Tiger, you would talk about, well, there's this guy Balram, and he's reflecting on his life and how he started really poor and became a driver and then ultimately started owning his own business. That's the plot of the novel. That's what happens in the book. We want to think about what the novel is about. What is it really about? And that's the theme. So the novel could be about opportunity. It could be about insiders versus outsiders. It could be about the role of women. It could be about good versus evil. It could be about relationships. But it could be about many different things because it's about the theme. So if I were to ask the class to tell me what is this novel about, each person in the class might have a different take. I think it's about opportunity. I think it's about insider versus outsider. I think it's about hard work. I think it's about being manipulative. I think it's about light versus dark. I think it's about the tech boom. Whatever it is, there's multiple interpretations of the text. And so we have to talk about who's right. What is the novel really about? What is the right answer? Well, the cool thing about writing about literature is there is no right answer. And so the novel can be about all of these different things, and everybody's right. All you have to do is convince your reader that the novel is about what you think it's about. So all you have to do is prove your point, essentially. So that's really cool because there's a freedom there that you get to interpret the text the way that you want to interpret the text. On the flip side, that's challenging because it means it's all on you to convince your reader because they can approach the text and think about it a completely different way, right? All of my examples have been about gender stereotypes so far. As you're reading this novel, you might be thinking to yourself, no, Miss Mitchell, that's a stretch. Like, that's not what this book is about. And what that tells me is I'm not being very convincing. I haven't convinced you that that's what this novel is about. So it's not that I'm necessarily wrong. It just means I've been ineffective in convincing you about what this novel is about. So the strength of your argument becomes absolutely essential because every person can interpret the text a different way. And so having a really strong thesis statement becomes super important because it's what drives your analysis, it's what drives your argument, and it's what makes this an essay, an argumentative essay, rather than just a book report, what happened, surface level reading of it. So the thesis statement is really important. So we're going to follow the same structure that we've been following. You'll have your topic, your point of view, and your so what. Your topic is the theme, whatever theme you've chosen to write about. The point of view is how you think that theme is working in the text. And the so what is why you think or what we learn about our lives from reading the text. So I'm going to make a second video that's more specific about structuring the thesis statement. So stay tuned.